Hello. This video is for all the men out there. Just because you're an adult does not make you a man. Just because you've gone through puberty does not make you a man. Just because you're out paying bills and working a job does not make you a man. How often do we forget that our word is our bond? That when you say you're going to do something and you don't follow through with it, who can trust you? Lack of integrity will rip the foundations of what it means to be a man apart. A man, a real man, has moral standards, has integrity, owns their word. They love, they fight, they go out and provide and protect for those who they love. That's what it means. It's so very simple. It can't be that complicated. But when you talk about work and all these other priorities in life, people tend to get complacent, become complacent, and start making excuses. Excuses will rip apart what you thought you were. Even if you're 5 minutes late to something that you said you're going to be on time for. The little things add up to be the big things. So, I challenge you to correct, and I'll do it with myself too. We all have to. You all have to seek within and be like, God, I'm here, I'm now. Let me correct this path. Help me correct this path. So I'll ask you, how often do you say you're going to do something and you don't do it? It's that simple. You want people to trust you, to look up to you, to see you in a different light? Start following through with what you say you're going to do. Your word. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, and this stems from a conversation I had and some questions that I had for myself, and then people were asking me, what do you think? You don't have to be the richest man in the world. You don't have to have the nicest car, the nicest house, the nicest this, the nicest that. You have to own your word. That's it. You want to be a man? Follow through. And that goes for a lot of things. Not just being on time for daily things that you say you're going to do, but also for the mere fact that when you look at relationships, right? Because we are relational creatures. We are creatures of relations. We build, we commune, right? How often do women say or talk about to one another or other people or other men, I've been hurt. I've been in and out of these relationships and I've been hurt so many times. And I'm not saying, women, you can't get off the hook. There are women out there that will go and rip apart a guy's mind and heart. It happens. But I find that it's so more prevalent that you hear about men out there ripping apart girls' hearts. And then that woman or that girl can't trust anyone ever again. And then you look at the house, the home. And how often nowadays does the man just up and leave? And this goes, for all the races. All races across the board. Every one of them. Men work, and then they just, all of a sudden they're gone. And me growing up, I experienced a lot of gone. Not just from my dad being active duty military, but from that woman role, that motherly role. And so, yes, this happens, but children need someone to look up to. And yes, I look up to many women. And it's tough to be a mom. It's tough to be in that role. It's tough to be a figure of heroism. But as a man, you want to be a man. You want to be looked at as such. You got to get up, own your word, treat people right, set the example, be the light, give somebody something to look up to. If you're already doing it, kudos to you. If you're not, it's time for a gut check, because what you do does matter. It affects yourself, yes. It affects the people around you. And everything that happens now will pour into what happens 20 years from now. That's all it comes down to. So, challenge on the table, metaphorically. I love you guys. Be blessed. Focus. Be a man.